When you're looking for the best Madden 24 defense to force many turnovers, give you top run-stopping defense, and provide you with lockdown pass defense, and to smack that quarterback in his face, if you are, relax. I got you. Today's best Madden 24 defense is in the nickel 3-3 odd formation, and the play is the overload 3 press, and can be found in the following playbooks shown on the screen. For Audibles, if you would like to create a nice scheme, put cover 4 drop, nickel 2 trap, cover 3 cloud, and a man defense in any order you want in your Audibles. We will be breaking down the play overload 3 press, a great blitz, and pass coverage defense with a cover 3 shell. For your coach's adjustments, the only thing you would have to do is set your auto alignment to base. For personnel setup, sub fast safeties in at inside linebackers, put your third fastest cornerback in at the slot QB, and for your nose tackle, make sure he is the largest weight-wise and the strongest strength-wise at your nose tackle. Lastly, your right of screen outside linebacker, you want to make sure he's fast, decent speed, and very tall, 6'5" and above, or 6'4" if that's your tallest linebacker. This individual can blitz at times, and he will be into coverage. Being that linebackers don't get those safety animations, you want him to be tall enough so he can probably try to get a pick if need be. First, we will break down the run defense, how to utilize this blitz to have great run defense. Second is what you guys are here for, is that heat, that pressure, that overload 3 pressure defense on that quarterback to smack him in the face. We will break down how to sack the quarterback against a blocked running back, non-blocked running back, play action, whatever you want, you will smack the quarterback. So this is the run defense, guys. Any type of 2 wide receivers or less sets, you're going to immediately, for run defense, audible to the cover 4 drop. Okay, and the setup is going to be pinch your defense, show blitz, and that's it. Okay, any type of tight formation or any type of 2 or less wide receiver sets, you're always going to do that. Audible to that cover 4 drop that you put in your audibles, pinch your defense, show blitz. That's it. And then you click down on that R3 toggle when you know it's a run, and you'll be smacking them in their face. They'll get minimal yards, okay? You won't completely stop the run, but you'll keep it down to a decent, manageable pickup, okay? We'll show you how we use the actual cover 3 overload press defense. We'll run this one more time. And do keep in mind, if you're using a player, you need to pay attention to their run fits. I'm on PS5. I'm holding L2 and square to see where my run fit is if I'm using a player going to the left, and then I hold L2 and circle to see if it's going to the right. Okay, so if you're using that and that ball is being carried and they're running to the left, you need to go to the left. So now when we have 3 wide receivers or more, we're going to stay in the cover 3, and the only setup we're going to do, we're going to show blitz, shift your D-line to the left, and then QB contain. Okay, and then you're going to click down on that R3 toggle once you know it's a run, and you'll get that blitzing guy. If they're going to the opposite side, you have 2 blitzers coming in from that side, but that guy will shoot that gap most of the time. If you're using him, again, pay attention to your run fits. That's his gap there, and that's his gap there. So he's always going to shoot that gap. Okay, show blitz, shift D-line to the left, QB contain. Okay, that's it. That's it. Smack him in his face every time. Every time. Every time. This is another inside zone play. A lot of people like to run this. We have 3 or more wide receivers. We'll stay in this defense. Shift this D-line to the left after you show blitz, and then just QB contain. Click down. Once you know that's like that, and look at that. Look at that. Simple as that, smacking him in his face. And when you're running this overload 3 press, after you do the setup, again, pay attention to your run fits. If you pay attention to your run fits, that ball comes to the right, I'm there. That ball comes to the left, I'm there. So we know it's an inside zone play. I'm over here to basically get there and smack that in his face. Now, works great on all the runs. Okay? And sometimes even cheat this guy out here and let him do his own thing. Let him do his own thing. He's going to get that. He's going to get that. He's going to get it, man. That's how you play good run defense. Let's get into the blitz. Now, this is the blitz, guys. Very, very easy. It's a cover 3, so of course you know you need to protect your seams, and that's the only thing that's going to be open. When we set this blitz up, it gets in so quick that the quarterback usually will have to run or scramble, or he'll be forced to throw a quick pass, and in your favor, it will be an interception, okay, or an incomplete pass. Now, the setup is very simple. I'll show you different things we can do. One setup, if we see 3 or more receivers, we know we can do our regular run defense setup, but we're going to QB contain, and this time we're going to pass commit. The only thing we do next is we get this guy, okay, this guy in this 3 hook, okay, you can blitz him. I found that works good. And you keep them right here for a second, and then you're just going to go back into coverage into the middle of that field. Now, it really doesn't matter what they're calling. As long as you can get coverage and get that pressure on him real quick, it's going to be a sack, or he's going to run out of the pocket. So right here, okay, we see Debo is coming across the middle field, but I have that covered. Everything else is covered. Everything else is covered. He either has to run, he starts to try to escape, but we have that QB contain where we smack him in his face. Okay? Now, I'll show you another thing you can do. Okay? We can go ahead and show blitz. Okay? And we can just QB contain. We don't have to do anything. Let's blitz this guy again. Let's put this guy in a deep zone. Okay? Put him in a deep zone. And then we can just hover for a second. Make sure we pass commit. Okay? We didn't shift that D-line this time. Okay? And we smack him in his face. That's not it. That's not it. But what else is it? Wayne 6578. Different things you can do. You can show blitz. Okay. We can just, what's the name? Let's crash everybody out. Let's crash that whole defensive line out. Okay. Now, when you crash them out, you'll notice that, let's crash everybody in. Okay, you'll notice that this linebacker now is on a blitz. Okay, he's in a QB contain. Then we can QB contain. Okay, and then I have to pay attention to Kittle because my seam flat is not out there anymore. But I'll still get in this gap. Make sure I occupy this guard or this tackle. Occupy that tackle, and right there, smack him in his face. Okay, so that's another thing you can do. Okay, we can do that as well. Okay, let's see. This is a play action play. I'm guarding Kittle. Debo is open, but with this play action, you have to stop that play action and pass that ball quick. And if I see my opponent doing that, I won't guard 85. I'll go towards the middle of the field and guard Debo. Very, very good blitz. Very hard to stop. Okay. Let's just do that. All we're doing this time is just showing blitz and QB containing, and right there smacking him in his face, getting him to drop that monkey, getting that ball back. And this is random deep passes, guys. So many things you can do. Let's shift that line a little bit, even though I know there's 3 wide receivers. Okay, make sure you pass commit. Make sure you pass commit. Okay, what you got? What you got? I saw where you were going. It's very, very good. And look at Roquan Smith. I should have a safety there, but Roquan Smith is doing so good. Now, you don't have to QB contain, but it does keep that quarterback in the pocket. Okay, so I always do QB contain, but most of the time you don't have to if you're playing a non-mobile quarterback. and you'll be smacking his quarterback in his face with the block running back, with the non-block running back. Even if they do stop the blitz, if they block more than you send, okay, you can send this guy. Just send him, put him on a blitz. Either do it by setting the whole line to do it, or just put him on a blitz individually. And you cover the middle of that field, watch for that receiver in that seam flat, and you can smack him. No matter what, this blitz is going to come in and cause your opponent chaos. All the time, every time, you will smack them in their face. Utilize this blitz to destroy your opponents one by one. It's your boy Wayne 6578. Yep, I'm out it, but I'll be